don't see any reason why it shouldn't pan out, I don't hedge it. Meaning I don't convert it into a vertical. Usually I convert it into a vertical after I'm in profit to basically, like, I'll take one third off of the original position, then I'll hedge the rest of it. Right. And then I will lock in, so I'll have a spread and I'll have profit on the table, and then I have money to play with. Or basically house money or whatever you want to call it. Which just makes it that my strategy, basically I have initial risk, and then once it goes in my favor, I don't have any risk, and I have all the upside.
All the upside, yeah. Yeah.
Which is where you want to be if you're trading options, really. Like most people, that's like the funny thing. Like initially I joined a group that when I got into options that was teaching options, and it was like fucking stupid. The only thing useful they taught you was well, if you're wrong, don't fucking try to average down on options.
Oh yeah, that I learned.
that's the only thing.
I learned the opposite because I was in a moronic group. Like these people were actual morons. And this is when it was like 2021, so it's a bull market. It's like it's at the end of the bull market though, right? And they're all like, they were just terrible traders. And this was like a paid group. So obviously I had to go through like the motions of finding shitty traders before I found good ones. But they were all about averaging down.
I mean, it's crazy. If you're buying, like, in this case, like, these were between 0 DT and 7 days still expiry.
Yeah, like, that's the same thing. We were doing weeklies, and they would average down because they were so hung up about being right. Like, they had to have, like, their 90% win rate. And so, you know, I was like, oh, these guys know what they're doing. Okay, I should be averaging down. And you get fucked so many times by averaging down. I'm like, you idiots. Like, I can't believe you taught us this. Like, it's so moronic. And so I learned very quickly, you're just better off cutting. Just cut the fucking position.
Yeah. And I mean, in this case, like I'm not spread very thin. Like, I don't only focus on maybe 12 names total. So, but I look at, like, if I can look at sector rotations, like I really focus on a few names that I'm good at trading and recognizing the trend.
But also, you know how their options move, so it's easier to hold them. Like, you know when to cut. So I trade a few names here and there. And I try not to trade anything new unless, like, it's something very specific.
I mean, unless it's something obvious. In my case, like, Moderna is something I usually don't trade. But, like, I was seeing that it was moving very weird, and, like, it had, like, I think it was 3 standard deviation move out of the normal move. I was like, fuck this, I'm gonna go short here and just load on more as it comes down. Just I bought out of the money first, and then I started loading closer to at the money as we were going down. So just forcing more market making hedging, and then I just released everything at the same time, and it just fucking, like, snapped at one point. It looked like I was looking at the actual order flow in the underlying stock at the same time. It was fucking hilarious. But I don't know. I was playing with too much size there at one point. So it's not a good thing sometimes when you're fucking around too much.
No, it's not.
But I'm trying this. Basically, last week I was doing a revaluation of my system because it didn't work for the better part of this month. It didn't work. Like first week of February, it didn't work. Second week of February didn't work. Third week started working again. The intraday volatility came back.
Yeah.
And this week it's worked so far. So I traded Monday, but I traded the Euro session for European futures. And it worked. And then I traded the Tuesday European Open on NASDAQ. I longed it at the bottom because it was one of those areas where I had a point of interest, and it perfectly respected it. Just consolidated and then blew off. Got 50 points, and I was happy for 10 points risk. So that's all you need. Just take it and leave whatever else on the table. If you don't like I don't know. I got too greedy. I think that's the simple reason why I got fucked up in January. I was expecting to get these 40, 50 point moves on ES on a trade that shouldn't realistically give more than maybe 12 to 14. Well, hubris is the real enemy here, not fucking the system.
There's a lot.
I was looking at it, so
yeah.
I was looking at the reason why, I was comparing to getting like some days I was one of the months I was averaging 20 R a day, which is fucking stupid. If I think about it, I'm happy if I can get 8 now. So if I can average 8 R a day, with my current size, that's phenomenal. So let's see.
Aren't the European indices making all-time highs? Is that right?
Yeah.
Or is it one of them?
Yeah, the British index was making all-time highs. It's been breaking down recently, but it also has something to do with the flows in euro dollar, because euro dollar is basically making it's made higher highs ever since October. It's been pushing higher and higher and higher, euro dollar. So basically from going from above par, euro dollar, to at par, and then under par. Basically, what par means in this correlation is just 1-to-1. So $1 for €1. And then it just flipped. And then every single European equity has been rallying ever non-stop since October. It's just if it makes money, if it has positive cash flow in equities, then it will go up. Any dip, no matter if it's 3% or if it's 5% down, end of the day, it's going to be up 5%. Doesn't matter. You can buy whatever shit name you want. It's been so stupid. It's just
so bizarre. It's just so crazy. Yeah. It's we're back to pandemic.
Yeah. It's the only difference was maybe during this year to date that Nasdaq has outperformed it. But otherwise, if you're looking from October till now, Nasdaq has been underperforming compared to those indexes. Hello, Cyril. You gonna do your prep or
talk really quick, guys? Just run through something really quick. Yesterday, scenario 2, 1 both played out. We have a level at 0750 and major level at 01. Intraday level is 0750. I didn't think we're going to get there that quick. Apparently we did. Fairly extended, something that Harvey and I talked about. 01 was a major level that we did not hit. We had a great bounce, good way to take out Asia session high. The question is, I still think that we need to test that to the downside with, during RTH. At the very least, right now, I think we need to get down to 0650 or so. So scenario 1 for today, really quick, is, I know we're opening right now, but we're going to come down to 83.75 and then bouncing back up to roughly about 40.36, and I'll send out the levels in a bit. Scenario 2 is that we're going to come out, flirt with London's high before crashing back down to 83.75, and then maybe even building it down to 73.75 and then closing up, roughly within the day's range. And scenario 3 is touching that 01 and then just bouncing straight up. For me, this is a buy first scenario. Of course, this is going to be a late day gameplay, so we're not exactly, just buying out of nowhere. You're going to have to wait for the late day game to play this. So prior to that, I would say take your profits early.
Isn't it JM? What do you call it?
FOMC.
Yeah, it's FOMC, so it might be choppy at the open. Do you think?
Yeah, I do. I do. I like I'm short right now, but I was looking for 0650 and it might or might not still get there, but just be careful when you trade today. Especially prior to it, it's going to be choppy as fuck. If try to mitigate risk as soon as possible. Don't get too crazy with whichever idea you have. Directionally, I know everyone is really into FOMC, but directionally, I think that every single day of the week we have some decent news coming out. So I think for the most part, you want to take your profits a little bit earlier. This is really not the time to really let your runners run as of now. So just pay attention to that. It's coming out to 0650. If it does, that will be taking it off right there. You don't want to sell any weakness, and you don't want to buy any strength. Is what I think. I am leaning on to the long side though. Meaning I much rather buy than sell. Doesn't mean I'm just gonna do that willy-nilly. ES is still very much heavier than NQ, so you can always watch NQ for any kind of upside action. If you're trading currencies, the yen is looking good, the Canadian dollar is looking good, anything almost pegged to the USD is looking good, but specifically Aussie, sterling, dollar, Canadian dollar, and yen. Sorry, Risky Retro. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
No. We were just talking in general. I'm a bit focused now, so because it's approaching a region where I wanna fucking try and hit it. Well, okay,
scenario 1 where it ended, that 3650 to 36, I couldn't decide which number was better, so I just put both of them in. Just FY. And I didn't have time to VWAP it.
Quite decent bounce in NQ from the get-go.
Yeah.
Not seeing the same follow-through on bonds, though, sadly. I mean, it's strong, but like, how strong?
The dollar is going for the low of the overnight, maybe.
What are you saying, Santos?
The dollar is going to the low of the night.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Joseph.
Euro open, more or less.
Right.
Whoa.
Well,
sorry, I had to talk to the other room really quick.
one little bit further. Come on. There we go. Risk off.
Again, looking at 0650, I think this could have more room to go, so I'm going to drag it a little bit lower. But I'll still monitor the 0650.
Iniky is trying to.
Maybe I will take it off here now, actually.
I took half off on that risk off, by the way, instead of 1/4. I had a level at 1550, but we didn't get there. And there was like a dip in volume relative to buying pressure. I'm going to move my stop down to 1150.
Look, we need one last push. Volume push. Releasing.
Took another 1/4 off. Not liking this shit. Too much hesitation.
They bought at the lows.
They should come back to 07. They should challenge that shit.
And I'm stopped.
Or not.
Not complaining. That's a 2-point profit stop, so it's fine.
Long Canadian dollar.
What do you think about Euro USD?
I was
a
actually
larger time frame.
I was looking at that earlier today. I don't think it's against. I'm a little bit mixed bag with that, to be honest.
I mean, that would be. I can't remember how the future is calculated. If they calculate it in dollar terms or if it's the actual the ratio. I can't remember.
I think it's in dollar terms.
Bit fucked.
So I think
there's the opposite way around. What I think about it, but
I'm out. I'm out of my short. I think there's downside to it. That's why I opted not to get that one into that one. I preferred Canadian dollar.
It's E7, right? For the yeah, it is. I need to look at it daily. No. It's well, basically, like I'm short biased the E7, so the euro.
Oh yeah, short buys. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I'm not long. That's it.
I don't think it's yet. I think you need to wait a little bit for it.
I mean, I'm already short from with options from 109.60 with a strike at 105.
Okay.
So I'm holding puts for 105, but I bought them on January 26th, like end of month.
Nice.
So it went against me a little bit, but right now they're in the money. We'll see. It's kind of like betting on the same thing since I'm already short European equities. It's kind of like Texas hedging this shit, you know? Technically.
Iniky is going for the high, and not.
So if you guys were looking at the chat early in the morning, I said this has to come back to 0650. If you're looking at the DOM, they're like essentially trapping the shit at 0650 right now with at least large orders. Not sure if they're real orders, but that gives you extra confidence in the level. That level's no longer there, by the way.
There was a lot of people that were actually like short covering there, but at least there was present buying, but I don't know if it's like reloading of longs or if it's short covering. That's yet to be determined. we should see an explosive move to the upside. If it's short covering, then and they're not all out, we should see explosive move if we break above 4015 on ES. We should definitely see an explosive move to the upside.
Try not to participate too much into, I mean, for me, I much rather find good spots. So if you're short, then this is a good or a decent spot. But like if you're long, I personally don't like taking these breakouts, especially on a day like today. But yeah.
I'm waiting. I want to wait till after FOMC before taking a directional trade, like a big.
Well, then you have.
You can go grab a bottle of tea then.
Then you can take a break for like 5 hours or so.
I know. Why are you here?
I don't know, man. I'm addicted. I really have a long bias, but I can't execute it. It's so sad.
I mean, the problem is here, it's stalling, so it's kind of like you don't have a good risk reward here. Like unless you're like having a really tight stop, but from a structural perspective, there should not be any support here.
Yeah, it's breaking the high of that. NEQ's taking the high of the glowbacks.
Yeah.
Not yet. London is still
pushing up there. Like it was like 1 point away
Very
from the high of glowbacks.
Just rejected.
Use Santos as a fade Santos callouts. That's what we're
Jesus. Look at that.
Fade Santos callouts. That's how it's done.
As soon as Santos spoke, the market did the opposite. Santos, say something else, quick.
That was
no, I didn't say it was going to. I said it's going for the high of the glowbacks. Indeed.
You jinxed it.
You said it was breaking it.
Wow. I said the way it was. I didn't say it was going through.
Santos, can you tell me which lottery tickets are gonna not be winning?
Actually, that'd be a good one, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, dude.
What?
Are you long zero or short or both?
No, I was short covered already. I had a okay winner. 5 to 30 MFE.
Nice. In ticks?
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just taking shit off Cord. No, I was just saying, oh Jesus, because that Connect Tech guy messaged me.
Connect Tech?
Who?
He's apologizing for what he said earlier, if you guys were there, for Fat Cat's stream.
Red Pipe.
Where he's like, who the fuck is this guy
that's
talking? I was just like,
he's the king.
All this trading drama.
I mean, you're the only other person that can talk in the King's channel. Doesn't that?
The King's
channel. What is the deal with the Kings and like the Lords and King's channel? We are the shit lovers and peasants.
We can talk in the peasants channel.
Shit shovelers and peasants.
Yeah. We are full today, boys. We are full. And girls.
Santos, what's going to happen right now? Quick, tell me. Are we long or short? If you say long, I'm clicking the sell button.
Actually,
we're long. Zero, we're long. Quick, sell.
Zero. Actually, you see that if you look at 15 minutes, the dollar is not breaking that low there. Third time trying.
I think this is going to rip, or it's trying. It's going to...
The thing is,
it's FOMC. Why would it rip before FOMC?
It usually runs. If you look at FOMC days and there's actually a paper on this, it tends to drift up more often than not.
Interesting.
But that's more of a meeting type of situation. This is a note day. These are minutes. So I don't know what they say about the minutes, but I have to go back and read the paper. But on the days of the meeting, you just tend to have a drift up because nobody's doing anything. And then it's just like a slow drift.
passive buying, people selling puts and out of the money. Being short volatility.
Yep.
Now,
so Red Pie, what do you think about the unhedged Vana exposure to the downside?
There's this wise guy with soft hands.
No.
He told me, what did you say, Zero? We buy or we sell?
Wait, what?
We buy or we sell?
Guide me with your soft hands, Zero. Tell me.
Oh yeah, I forgot last night you were like, oh,
With your gentle hands.
Fucking degenerates.
No, he wasn't messing with me, Jack. I think he was just I think he just didn't. Like, he got kicked out of Fatcast Room like 5 times or something.
Damn.
Because he's young and doesn't know what he's. I don't know.
who is
I just woke up because Harvey messaged me. He goes, "Fat Cat's streaming," because Harvey was saying like that I should check it out. So about his back test.
I fucking did not tell you should check it out. I said.
Jesus
No,
Christ.
that is not.
Jesus.
Man,
Wow.
You told
No,
me
you-
to message you when he does it.
Boys,
mentioned-
calm down.
No, you were mentioning it, and I
Can you
said
talk louder? I can barely hear.
no, and I said that message me. No, I did say message me, but after you told me like it was good, so I was like, okay, message me the next time it happens.
It's not good enough for you, chief shit shoveler and peasant keeper.
Hey,
You do realize
I'm the only
that you're-
shit shoveler here.
But yeah,
I
so,
like how there's
Oh no.
Chief shit shoveler. Don't.
I like how, like capitalism, there's like this division of classes between Fat Cat's room and we've become the shit shovelers. It's just
Well, there
it's bound
has to
happen
be.
Eventually.
It has
There
to
has
be.
to
You
be.
need to know.
I
your
know,
place.
but it's fun.
You need to know your place.
wait. Does that make Frozen's room middle class and we're the bottom class? We're
Yes.
the
We're the
lower class?
we're the
Ah,
hard
shit.
working proletariat. We work for our
We're
trees.
below the
We're
coders.
a good class.
Yo,
That's why we're always here, right?
We're the
and there's most
workers.
of this too. It's just
You know
we're
the people that
99%.
work? You need people that
the
work all the
class-
time? That's us.
the work
Yeah.
class is larger in numbers. So
Exactly.
let's be
Yeah, and we
proud
got
of
numbers on our side, so
Exactly.
literally and figuratively.
We could have a.
Figuratively. Yeah, that's okay. God damn.
Dude, they should just
We don't-
call
we don't-
ourselves the somebody change the name of the chat to the proletarian shit shovelers.
That reminds of my class of sociology.
Fat Cat's gonna be like,
I
what
like
the
it.
fuck? Why is there communism here?
Yes, let's do it. There's going to be
This is
This is
uprising.
the revolution, guys.
An uprising is coming.
there, we will never rise.
Our first reform is to have permission to speak in the Lords and Kings chat.
We must be heard. The people must be
Yeah,
heard.
the people must be heard.
This is jokes.
And Fat Cat's here in this channel with his alt. He's like, oh, they're catching on.
Zero control them.
We are the working class.
Authenticity, boy. Authenticity. Oh, shit. How do I say this word? Authenticity. Huh. I don't know.
Are we gonna break out?
Where's the didn't South Park do Viva la Resistance?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Resistance.
The
Yeah, I
resistance,
feel like that's
right?
a thing.
French?
Yeah. Anyways, so I was just saying that, I was talking about it, and I was like, yeah, call me or message me next time it happens, and I'll wake up and do it. And he's like, he doesn't want to bother me. So I woke up, checked it. He messaged me an hour ago, hopped on, and I was half asleep. I was tired as fuck. I think I got like 4 hours of sleep. And then this guy was like, who the fuck is this guy talking in the room? And that's when I was like, I just mouthed off. I was like,
Oh, I missed that.
I mean, he wasn't, well, I don't know.
I mean, at least you have risky strike in here, you know.
What was that?
At least you have risky strike in here, you know.
Yeah.
So the poor people can smoke properly. Well, the peasants can smoke. I need to find.
Nah, the peasants are the only smoking the peasants are they're doing is that they're getting smoked by the markets.
Okay.
Do you guys call cigarettes darts, or is that just the Canadian slang? Real question.
I think that's Canadian slang.
That's
I never heard of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you never heard. I'm gonna go for a dart. Want to come? Never heard that.
We unironically call them fags.
Yeah.
You got think where do they call them fags?
In England and in Australia.
Oh, wow.
To their face. That's
What do you guys call
Very interesting. So he's making a zigzag, like, how do I say this? Look at the heat map. Every low it makes, low, high, it comes and take it off. What is it?
Confused.
Zero stream. It makes a high or low, and then it goes take it off. Makes a high or low, goes take it off.
To me, it kind of looks like a reverse wedge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a level at 1850 from like 3 weeks ago, and it just hit that, and yeah.
Risky strike. Short. 100 lot.
It's fucking Fat Cat that made it. Because I was in there when he was like I basically faded Fat Cat and I made money on it, and then it went in it continued in the same direction. So he basically made a meme.
That's actually really nice.
Where's the meme? I want to see this meme.
It's in the chat. I didn't realize what it said. Short one. It's the cigarette box.
Yeah, it's Lucky Strike, but it's just replaced with risky and then short 100 lot.
I like it.
It's in the meme chat.
Basically, he was saying, "Oh, you need to smoke some cigarettes when you're doing that, sitting there fucking losing or gaining X amount of dollars every tick." It's like, yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of funny.
Short 100 lots, so you're only doing a quarter size or what?
Fuck off. What the fuck? Man, I have
micros.
I have fucking like what's it called now? Like I'm scared of doing the same size as I was doing on the fall because of the fucking P&L swings that I had in January due to sticking it through. Like I was like, no, I'm gonna hold, and then seeing it swing up like that and then come all the way back because I did not want to let it go or take profit. That's the main reason why January was fucked. I reviewed every single session and then looked at it. It was like a continuous thing because I had like I don't know, it was luck in during the fall. Like all my trades went like pretty much straight to the target, so I didn't take 50% off at certain points and scale aggressively. And now I scale aggressively and it works again. So that just goes to show that you can have a system that works, but if you don't apply trade management, you get fucked.
Amen.
It's always trade management.
I mean, it is what it is.
Trade management is basically having a stop loss and moving it, and moving and take profits.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the other way.
yeah. If it goes against you, just keep trailing your stop loss higher so that you don't get stopped out. Yeah, that's trade management.
100% win rate, well, close to 100%, 99.999%, and then that one time where it goes against you continuously, and you just get margin called, and then you're gone.
Não, vou fazer, pô. Vou fazer aqui.
And then they make a whole movie about it, and the movie makes $1 million, and they call it margin call to scoff at your face.
Oh,
and then you make movie rights off of it.
Royalties. Yay.
Oh, did you guys hear about, I don't know if this is like real or not, but some places started putting, what do you call it? They started financing pizzas. as like a thing. Like if you want to buy a pizza, you could finance it over 6 weeks. So then somebody thought of the brilliant idea. Why don't we take all these pizza finances and put them together in like a bond and then sell that bond on the market? And then we can have A bonds, B bonds, and C bonds of pizza financing. And then we can just do that and sell it to more investors.
Why do you need to finance a pizza?
Well, they did it with mortgages in 2008, and that
okay, but
worked
that's a
out pretty well, so why
mortgage.
not?
Are you talking about like a pizza shop, or are you talking about?
No. Like you buy a pizza for $24.99, and then you finance it over 6 weeks.
Okay.
What do you mean, Sweden? Red pie.
You could do that in Sweden.
No, I live in Sweden, you fucking crazy motherfucker. I've never heard of it.
Oh, because you're rich. You don't need that.
Man, like, I hang out with college kids. Don't you think anyone is poor? What do you mean?
You notice whenever they get that delivery, they're signing documents? That's why.
No. Like, maybe they take it on Klarna, which is like a buy now, pay later. But that's, like, not the same thing. They have fucking huge interest rates. It's like worse than U.S. credit bills. Like fucking nuts. Like it's 16%, like 16 or 17% interest rate a month.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, good luck if you fuck up that payment. But that's basically how they're financed. Like a lot of people are financing their lifestyle in Sweden. It's by just postponing it and using credit. So
isn't that dangerous?
No,
yeah.
That's the way to live. Leverage your life.
As long as you have,
wild man.
As long as you have cash flows to cover the interest rate payments for the next month, you're fine.
Every month, as long as you can make the payment, you're good to go.
Yep.
Can't you just like start a legal? Hold on, there's this law in Texas that allows a legal entity to split into two. And what you can do is you can put all the assets into one of the two entities and all the liabilities in the other, and then declare bankruptcy.
Really?
You do that.
They tried that with J&J.
Yeah, they did. That's where I learned about it. And the court was like, yeah, fuck you. You can't do this. Because they were getting sued a lot for like cancer. And they tried to like swindle everybody by bankrupting the part that was getting sued and keeping all the assets intact. And the court was like, yeah, you can't do that, dude.
Have you heard that targeting algorithms might be removed from the internet?
What does that mean?
There's a massive Supreme Court case going on right now where algorithms that recommend you shit might be deemed not good and might have to be removed.
Wow, I never heard that.
So that means,
where's the court case happening?
Supreme Court of America.
America, okay, but America doesn't own the whole internet.
They own the major tech companies.
Ah, that's true. I wonder how it would change the marketing.
Short Google, short Snap, short everything. Fucking death to ad revenue.
Actually, Snapchat. It's one of
I'm for it. I fucking hate targeted ads. Fuck them.
I hate them too.
Targeted everything. I want the old internet back where if you just search it yourself.
They don't even target you anything good.
Yeah, exactly.
I
mean, like, as long as you have buying propensity in a certain thing, then they will target you in that. So, or if you have a greater propensity to buy something that's in that category, even if it's useless shit, but you have a tendency to buy useless shit, then it will target you with useless shit. So, it's kind of, it's just sales 101 there, you know?
You know what? It's, you don't even need to buy things risky. You just need to talk and your phone need to listen to it.
You know, like me and my girlfriend was talking about like
I call a friend I call a couple of friends because I'm trying to sell a car, and I went into the Facebook and Instagram. Guess what ads I was having? I didn't search. I was calling
Dodgeball
friends.
ads.
I'm thinking of doing this, and all the ads. We can buy your car. Blah blah blah. It is. So, like, if you're not conscious of that, oh man, you're. It's
Does it say anywhere in the terms and services that they can actually listen to our conversations, like everyday conversations? Do we accept that shit?
I think that's in the Apple conditions, to be honest.
We do accept.
Yeah, really. I
Who
want
the
to
fuck
see
reads
that part.
here? The terms and conditions of when you install an app on your phone. Who the fuck reads it? You just say accept, right?
Yes, there's.
Yeah.
Did you guys? It's like 122 pages long. Are you gonna read it every single time? No.
I'm not.
So there's actually like a precedence for this. They went through the, I think it was what is that thing for Amazon? That box that you talk to?
Alexis?
Yeah. So they went through. There was a precedence for this. They went to Alexa, and they subpoenaed for the recording, and it turns out they keep a recording, and it's normally like piped to India, and they'll like transcribe what you're saying, because language models can pick up what you're saying and transcribe it like naturally. Mm-hmm. Like if you have an accent or like a southern accent or like, I don't know, Midwest accent, it's harder for them to pick up. So like these Indian people will like transcribe it and retrain the model. So they found out like it was during like a murder case or something. They're like, oh, do they have an Alexa? Let's go try to subpoena for the recording. And it turns out it was there. So it is recording it and they're reporting it back somewhere.
They do it with Fitbits as well.
With what?
The heart trackers and shit that you wear as a watch. Like I know that's been used in murder cases before. Is when they were murdering the person, they could see that their heart rate was elevated. So that was used in. Yeah. I don't fucking. I'll stick with the old watches, thank you.
They can track you in so many ways now. It's a little crazy.
Same with if you do intend to commit a crime, your phone constantly pings cell phone towers, so they can, like, that's how they also use it to track you. Like, oh, we detected your phone in this area when this crime happened, and like it's just everything.
Yeah. I mean, I was having the same thing as Santos. I was sitting here talking to my girlfriend. She was sitting on Instagram. And while we were talking about buying a house. All of a sudden, banks fucking appear everywhere in the targeted ads on her Instagram. Like, I was like, yeah, it's pretty normal. You want to get a mortgage? Yep. We got you. Immediately. And we were talking about it for like maybe 2 minutes. And then we were talking about something else.
Yeah, shit's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how
this cell is pretty consistent. Like it's consolidating here now for a minute, but like it is pretty heavy volume initially.
now we are at yesterday's settlement now. Only yes.
Yeah, I joined in on like a quarter size at 4:10.25, but I don't know. I don't seem to be getting any follow through here. I've taken half off, but it's not. I had a signal right before, specifically at 10:01:33. I got a signal and then I just entered. But there's someone is reloading here, by the way, at 06, just like Zero said. So someone is watching that level and either short covering or going long, but something is going up on there because they're spreading their orders. It's not just at one specific price they're doing it. It's just generally in the vicinity, like 1 point within 406. It's just hammering it on the bid. You can see it actively now on 550. You could see it actively reloading.
Oh, the 400 just on there anyways, right?
Yeah. But that's probably just bait for liquidity.
Yeah.
And they actually want to like get out here or in, whatever. It looks more like short covering because it's like aggressive sellers selling into it, and then it just bounces back. So someone is like hitting a market order that's fairly large. I don't have a system that tracks actively like combines orders because it doesn't like. I haven't figured out a way to at least combine several child orders from one individual that's sending them. It like there's a reason why people hide their orders, and it works fairly well. Like recombining them into a singular order is fucking hard. I don't even know how you would do it.
Isn't there a setting for that?
I mean,
isn't that tape? Reconstructed tape?
The reconstructed tape, it just shows you like a block. It just doesn't show you because it shows you for a market order. You hit 100 lots on a market order, and it hits like 10 prices up or whatever. Like let's say 6 prices up. So it splits the order over 6 price levels. So it basically has slippage of 6 ticks. Then it would combine those into one order. But you can't, like, specifically if you have like an iceberg that's doing that, it's fairly unreliable to see if it's one individual that's doing it, because the anonymity part of the market of the exchange is not allowing it. That's one of the things that's like people are trying to avoid by not having resting orders on the book, because you can see those resting orders as one individual's position. And it also, like, let's say like the really large traders who is trading like there are people who are trading several thousand lots. Like if there all of a sudden would be like a 10-point gap between 2,000 order limits that's just resting, you would be kind of spooked, wouldn't you? Just asking. No. Like if you were seeing like every 3 to 4 points, that like randomly there's 2,000, 3,000 lots just sitting on the limit, or like on either the ask or the bid, just sitting there, you would get kind of spooked. Like either you want to front that price where the limits are resting, or you would do something to try and get ahead of it, or you would put your stops so you get minimal slippage at that point. So it's a disadvantage for the people that's doing it as well. I don't know if there are any rules about that, actually. I need to Google that. How much your maximum size you can put on a limit order without, like, because you shouldn't be, like, there's something about, like, if you have interfere with the market or some shit like that. I thought I read somewhere.
You have to do it in good faith, and then
yeah. That's the word I was looking for. My English is fucking broken now that I haven't been here for a while. Talking Swedish all day makes my brain melt. I'm sorry. I'm gonna take a quarter off again here, and then holding the rest. Maybe I'll re-add if we come back up, but this is good enough for me. I have another 5 minutes. I might as well.
That's some selling.
At 97, I'll go flat.
You're just killing it.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm flat. 97.25 was best price. Thank you. And now MD Trader is closed down, and I'm done for the day.
Nice.
Well done, sir.
I mean, it was kind of choppy. It was kind of choppy, but when it started picking up in the direction, it was kind of straightforward. I don't know. Or am I the only one that interpreted it that way?
You actually, that's exactly what I was going to say. It starts so like slow, and then
Because we were chopping from like the open, we were like going side to side.
Look at Fat Cat.
Oh man, he's just got to come in and rub it in.
What do you mean to the king?
War.
Fucking funny.
Wow, Jackie.
Every morning he's going to come in and just remind everybody where they stand.
Hey, was that news that came out at this time? I have
let me check.
I have some some marks in the chart.
No, I don't see anything. Like the only thing is Russia, but that's in like 50 minutes. And it's not important.
Yeah, the news is yet to come.
Yeah.
It just like
you have Russia full GDP growth for 2022 at 11. That's it. But I don't have any other news events on here. But that's just economic news.
All right, I'm gonna call it, guys. See you later. Good luck.
Nice, Vex.
Yeah.
Thanks,
See you
Vex.
back
See you
at
later.
2:00. Peace.
Peace.
Well, worlds, that's what you get when you come in here and call us peasants. Right in the childhood.
Jesus.
Oof. Bad as hell.
My puts are printing. Jesus. Lord have mercy on the opposite end of this. The holder. The shit.
Anyone get into anything good?
I mean, I closed out my last position at 97. That's it.
Nice.
Right before I was done for the day. Not up as much as yesterday, but 5R total.
Are you still short, Zero? Or you closed it?
No, I closed it. I guess I could have waited, but no.
No.
I mean, it's definitely difficult.
On a day like this, I'm not sure if
Oh shit, I almost forgot my brother's account. I actually need to sit for longer. Jesus, fuck, man.
My brother's account.
Yeah, because he's having, like, basically he's studying for exams now. Or whatever. Like, they have some tests or whatever now in February here that he has to do. So he said that he's not able to trade on the account for like 2 weeks. So he said if I can just manage to keep the account alive for him for like 2 weeks, then.
Does it account get closed if he doesn't trade?
Yeah. Basically, what he did was the beginning of the last previous week. He went in and just like actively took a trade that week. Just did one day, like on Wednesday. He went in, took one trade, closed it out for 2 ticks of profit, and then closed down for the day with one lot. Just to have a activity on the account, because if you don't have any activity within 5 working days or trading days, you will they will suspend the account.
Yeah.
And they basically sent a mail saying that if you don't go above $100 of P&L within 5 working days, we'll close it down as well. So you have to do a minimum of $100 profit. So now I might as well do it the second day, just make sure he gets some.
I mean, 100. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I don't want to take risks because it's not my
contract. Will do it. Come on.
Oh, 100 contracts on a combine that you can't even trade 100 lots on. That's
I know.
Well, then he would need to have some big dick size on that account. Grow it to 10 million in capital on it to be able to do it. I don't know. No, it's not 10 million. It's 1 million. My bad. Because it's initial margin they're basing it on. It's 1100, right? Zero. The initial
what is
margin.
1100?
For yes, one lot. To hold it overnight.
Yeah.
Mine is 14.
Yeah, ours is 13.
14 grand?
13,500.
13,500.
Yeah, okay, let's say 13,500 then. because they're basing
14.
it off that. Yeah, 14. Okay. Say the upper limit. I want to check it how much he can actually size up to.
I can check if you want. I think it was like 13,700 or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 1375 or some odd number.
I mean, technically, with $1 million in the account, he can do 71 lots overnight. But
you can hold things
14,
overnight.
No. But if he could,
oh, if it was,
yeah. But they're basing it on like the position, like how much, like the scaling of your positions is based on the amount on the overnight margin requirements. So basically, for every additional 14 grand you have on the account after a certain while, that's basically how they're allowing you to scale up, because they don't want you to trade hundreds of lots for risk management purposes or whatever.
A trader base is slightly under 12K.
Yeah, I thought so. They
but
have
I know
slightly favorable.
Yeah, my amp is like 13 something.
Yeah.
And
I think when I
remember,
looked at it, like, because it was a friend of mine that wanted to look into swing trading and in like intraday trading, and I said, well, depending, like if you want the best mix of both worlds, I would say trade of 8 based on margins.
Hey, I'm just make a comment here. Sorry to cut you out. Zero on the dollar. It kind of tested the high that it made prior to the at 8:30, and it's reversing now. If anyone's interested in getting long on ES, looking for some.
Wait, what? Is reversing to the upside or downside, in your opinion?
To the downside. The dollar is reversed to the downside. It tests the highs that he made at 8:30.
Yeah.
The double top.
Santos, zoom out.
Yep. Which I have a zoom out version too.
Yeah. Do you still think it's going down?
Good. Let me check the 30 minutes.
Yep.
I actually I do actually, I'm thinking that the dollars it has like downside because it kind of
I don't disagree that eventually we will. I think if you're just looking at today, we're still sitting completely, within, I would say, Asia and London highs and lows. So we haven't really done much, whereas the ES has really, broken to the downside, right? So
the ES has broken the low.
Yeah. So directionally, and well, first thing, capital flow, you should always zoom out, right? 4 hours, like the least.
I have the
but for an hourly, I think this is just a fuck around move, right? Like both ways. Directionally, I think it's going to be later in the day. So I wouldn't I guess what I'm trying to say is that don't be too quick to peg, what this is going to do and what it means yet. Just wait until the FOMC, because look at this, they just in ES,
holy shit,
they just took away everything, right?
Yeah.
So just be careful with that.
Seems like they are testing the settlement. That was the breakdown point. That's why it broke down, right?
Yeah, they're basically doing exactly that.
Oh, I joined in on my brother's account for one lot, picked up $150, and then
you're done.
closed it out. Yeah.
Fucking risky.
I mean, it's 3 points. What do you mean? It's not impossible. Like, even if it was like $100 loss, which was the stop, it's not even. It's 1.5 hour.
That's not what I'm saying. It's the way you like so casual. Okay, I just made this bucks here. Like the way you started. Oh, I have to make this, and then like, oh, done. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I saw that like the okay. Let me like pull it down to make it through like the rationale behind the trade. Okay, if you're looking at the microstructure of ES, when we hit the 275 roughly. We hit 275. There was a massive spike in the bid-ask delta. We had a slight dip at 1024 roughly in volume. That's where I picked it up, and then put my stop right below at 401.75. So I did not take a lot of risk. Basically, risked less than 6 ticks. Not even $100. $75 was the stop. So basically a 2R, but still. Like usually I go for 8 ticks of stop because it's reasonable, but 6 ticks is too tight most of the time. And that's basically like it's a breakout trade, but it's like had high probability because we were going into it with high volume, going into it with like usually you don't want to take a breakout trade if you don't have high volume. Like it's kind of the counter to what I usually trade, like how I pick this. And that's one of the trades that I took when I was sitting here talking to you guys live. I can show it on the I can screen share it with one of them and show you. But it was not like anything amazing, and I was really late on it. I just realized that fuck, I need to actually do this. And well, I've taken trades like that before. That's one of the largest trades I ever took. Was when I was in this room. I started out with an initial of 160 lots on the table, and then I doubled down as the price went through a region like that. So basically, I did the inverse of the strategy. My initial entry was based on volatility constriction or contraction at the point of interest where I took my initial position. And then when it went through, and it went through a point of interest with high volume and consolidated like that, and then broke through. And then that's when I added after the breakthrough. That was the largest trade I've ever taken in. Yeah, but I added onto it like 2 times. Bella Series. It's not 800, but it's fucking high, like close to 800. But I closed it out for an average of like 8 points or something like that. Yeah, I added, I think 2 or 3 times. But it was degenerate. It could have gone the other way, and then I would have lost like a fuckload of money. So don't do what I did there. That's bad advice for anyone listening. So, like, I'm telling a stupid story, and it's supposed to be a life lesson. Don't fucking do it. I just got lucky and got out, to be honest. Yep, it was. I was kind of having one of those moments where, you know, like I was thinking the same way.
I'll be back with you guys later.
Yeah, see ya.
Later.
I was thinking the same way as Santos. Well, not Santos, but Numbers the other day when he was sounding delirious. That's how I felt that day when I took that trade. Sleep deprived and fucked up. But he makes obviously better risk management decisions than I do, since he doesn't pipe up like that. What are you seeing, Cyril?
Nothing. I just wanted to take a short, but missed it. I thought we were gonna push one more higher, but I guess not.
What would you be looking for a
downside target? 83.
No, but like for entry signal, but they're at the high. Like I'm looking at your heat map currently.
Oh, I was just looking for volume to kick up. They already did a reversal, but I thought we were gonna kick up one more. I had a possible reversal area up here at 0950 or something, but you know, it just did a really good test, like Santos said, at 0550, and then just shoved down. It's a good, quote, back and fill. But for me, I mean, I just didn't have the balls to take the short.
Shit happens.
It's numbers in here? No, it's not.
I was just taking him as an example, but it was like the stupidest. That's like the time where I realized after I've taken the trade that well, maybe I should fucking be more careful. Because realizing that if that went south, it would have been bad.
Downside target 83.75 if you're short.
Retro, you have taken any trades?
Yeah, I was trading equities.
What name?
Southern? SL?
Southern, yeah.
Yeah. Their contracts move so fucking slow. And I was watching Procter & Gamble. I took it yesterday and I closed everything. And then today it ran even more. So it's annoying seeing that.
Oh, that would have been a good short. Fuck.
Need more of a move. Like XLE is fucking breaking down hard today. Like we puked up and then just sold off everything. Doubled the downside to what we reclaimed on the upside. We went up 75 cents and then down so far 155. Peak to trough on XLE.
I know, I haven't been paying attention. Jesus Christ, I got killed.
Yep.
What? No, I've been
Is
watching.
anyone short?
Huh?
Sorry.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Okay, if no one's short, then I'm not going to call the downside targets.
You can call the downside
I'm
targets.
gonna call them. Like, why not?
I am
call
short,
them?
but I did hear your targets.
Downside target is between 83.75 to 80.
Mm-hmm.
So just watch the action on there.
So I need to talk about something kind of important.
Oh, what up, babe, man?
So, are you here, Harvey?
Harvey's present, but he doesn't talk very much.
Yeah, I'm here.
He only comes in aggressively to yell at Zero.
So,
At
the
Zero.
last 2 mornings, I have woken up with a little treat. I've got a notification on my phone letting me know that a drunk Harvey is trying to send me his memoirs.
What?
And I get super excited to read them. I pull up the messages, and they were all deleted. So I'd
Harvey.
appreciate it if you could not delete them, so I can partake in your joy.
Harvey, what are you deleting?
I know what he's doing.
That's what I
Naughty
want to know.
pictures.
No, I mean, he sends it to you. Harvey, he's he's a good guy, right? A caring guy. So he wants to share something with you. But then later on, he goes, maybe I shouldn't. And he deletes it. That's what he does. He sent me a lot of videos, and I'll click on him. He goes, video not found. And I'm like,
The other day, I sent him like 3 paragraphs of stuff when I was drinking, and I didn't delete it. I was going to once I woke up, though.
Harvey, no, he wants to share. And then the thing with Harvey is that he doesn't, truthfully, I mean, he shouldn't feel this way, but he feels like he doesn't have something to offer. Or, I mean, he feels like people don't care about his insight, which is not true.
I have loved everything I've ever heard Harvey say.
Me too, man.
I know. Everyone has a point of view, and it should be shared.
He's our Canadian teddy bear. I mean, we need him.
Isn't it more like a Tasmanian devil?
That's Australian, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a Canadian Tasmanian devil. Like, they look so cute and cuddly, and they'll rip you apart.
Yeah. True.
I tell Harvey Belasiers to like speak up, and I want everyone to speak up. Like, Bayman, you're more than welcome to talk. Everyone's welcome to talk in this channel.
This is the Peasants channel where it's equal.
Yeah, we're all equals.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I've been telling Harvey he should give his insight. Because sometimes he'll just say it's not ready yet. I'm sure you guys heard that.
Right.
And sometimes I miss something. So when one of you guys call it out, whether it's Retro or Risky or Harvey or I don't know, John calls it out sometimes. I'll hear it. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Santos does sometimes, and I'll look. I'm like, oh fuck, I missed that, and I won't click the button. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. The less time you click the button, the better it is. Just a quick question, and I hope everyone can be honest here because we can just help each other. Can you guys write down the number of trades in the chat that you took thus far today?
Oh God.
So just be honest about it. Risky 5. Okay.
Let's see.
Dima, good job. Jackie, nice. Peter, nice. Retro 2 in equities, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, not trying to back this. Elite. Wait. Oh yeah, we talked about it.
However, that's actually I'm like really proud of that number. We are an hour after open, and I've only taken 8. That's a big step up.
What is it, like a slow day for you or what?
Well, I mean, this is where I'm trying to get. It's a lot slower.
No. All jokes aside, I mean, it's good that you can now see like the amount of people. So maybe exclude Belasiers because he's not trading until backtest. But for the rest of them, I mean, JJ 3 to downside, I'm assuming. Okay, cool. See, at least you have the right side of it.
Oh,
I mean, this is a good exercise, right, Bayman? Like, and it wasn't specific for you. I was just curious, right? But as to who and what is taking, trades, it's a good thing. But so how many winners and losers, if you don't mind talking about it, Bayman?
3 break evens.
Mm-hmm.
2 losers and 3 winners. One of those winners being like 8 points or 2 points.
Okay, that's good. So let's just say 5, since if you break even, you can take another shot. So 5 trades. Okay. All to the downside. Sorry.
I took 1 long. At 9:39
Eastern.
Yeah, but that's the one that I ended up getting stopped out for like 1.5 points or 2.
I see. 9:39. Oh, so you took it close to that, right at the open, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, and this is just based on me and my levels, right? So it doesn't have to pertain to you. 0650 was something that I was, flagging already. So before it touches that, I'm not looking for a long. I can cover it before the 0650, but I wouldn't enter a long. So there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference between it coming to a level and you think it's respecting it so much it's not going to touch it, versus, you know, it touching it and going, right, or watching the action, and then taking, you know, initializing it or initiating a trade. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's terrible trade, but 8 trades. Okay. I might actually start asking people this, if you guys don't mind, you know, typing out how many trades you've taken.
I think it's fine.
What was that, Retro?
It's fine. I think it's a good read of the room.
Yeah, I think more so, like, you know, and if someone's trying to lessen their number of trades or whatever, they could, you know,
yeah.
We can dissect it if people want to be transparent. So I created this for who did I create? Oh, for Post-it, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna enforce it on him, but
I sound like a gimp.
no, that's what I mean. But so check this out. Remember yesterday we were talking about how I fucked up, not you, and how I traded the wrong times of the day. So I created this where it'll just black the fuck out.
So you can't even read it.
So you can't read it. And once it's
better.
on, you're like, fuck. I don't want to take this, right? So yeah,
Is it
I
holding
don't
up
know.
today? Is it accurate?
Is it sorry?
Like, is it holding up today? Like, were they actually no trade zones today?
No. You're still allowed to trade until for another like hour.
Oh, okay. So yet to say, okay.
Yeah. You know, you're here. Boom. Okay. So it'll look something like this. I mean, of course, you know, this is yesterday's session, right? So if you notice like the turning points of certain things, like we thought end of London close was going to be a turning point. It was not. So once it gets in red, you're not trading it. Once lunch hour kicks in, it gives you that opportunity again right here. I can zoom in.
Can actually say that now.
And then that's going to be the turning point, right? The counter trend trades. So, anyways, I was thinking about telling you to put it on. I mean, also because I do the stupid shit as well, like I told you guys yesterday. So for those of you guys who don't know, I think I said it in the room, but I lost money yesterday. I think it was down like 2-3R or something like that, or 4R. And then I made some of it back at the end of the day, but just that, you know, FYI accountability. I think I told Retro, Harvey, and Posted and Numbers. I think Numbers was in the room.
Yes, Daddy.
What was that?
Yes.
Oh, you were in the room? Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Was that
Just
trying to get longs on the way down?
Yeah, it was a bunch of, you know, and so what I was saying, and I'll take this, or actually I'll just make it so that it's not so in your face. And hopefully you guys can still see the red background. Essentially, I was trying to take short this whole entire time, long this whole entire time. This is yesterday's price action, thinking that we would reverse and not thinking we were going to get this deep. But what I was trying to explain was, truthfully speaking, you're only looking for a counter trend trade most of the time, okay? Not all the time. So it's going to happen to a point where you're like, wait a minute, Zero said this and it didn't happen. Well, things don't always happen that way, but you're looking at London's close for price action for a reversal. And this is actually where I believe I did get long, and this is where I actually broke even. Other places, such as here, I made a little money, but here I took some losses. So if you actually think about it, like, this was the only positive. This was a net zero, as in a broke even, and there's a bunch of negatives in here, right? And finally, until lunch hour comes back in, is where you should look for the additional counter trend trade, and you get it up here. So for the most part, I mean, what I'm trying to get at is, you know, don't Don't try to keep on fading something until the right hour is there.
You mean during lunch or after lunch?
Right after lunch. So I give it a little bit of wiggle room. So for people in New York or Eastern Standard Time is 1:30, right? Usually that's when you should start looking for it. You can give it a little bit wiggle room, meaning like 1:15, and start looking for a possible reversion to mean or reversion play, and or after London closes. So essentially I was just highlighting how I fucked up yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So and this is something I'll back test and I'll show you guys numbers on it, or we can ask Numbers to do it. He can probably do it in 5 minutes. By the way, Numbers, where is our study from yesterday that we asked you to do?
I came into that conversation quite late and I didn't know the details. I was cooking lunch. Or didn't I? Fuck, that was lunch at 5 o'clock, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we gave you over 24 hours to do it, or close to.
That's how long it's taken me to run my tests and splits. So
yeah, that's fine. I'll run the numbers, but from my understanding is usually the day sets up until London close. So you don't really want to fade the move until either London closes or lunch. So with this, yesterday's down move, you're only taking it to a downside until that time, that happens. This again, you're only taking it to a downside, right? You probably should have noticed that we're on the down, probably closer to like for sure, at like 10:26 or something. That you should be only taking to a downside for the time being. This is Friday, or Monday, which never happened. This was a back and forth day, which we talked about. So, it usually doesn't have to be counter trend, but it could be exiting zones or exiting a pattern. So if you're for the most part ranging or not doing anything, you're expecting those times to also propel you to a different area, whether it's a chart, a profile, or whatever it may be. Right. This here is last Thursday. As you can see, we're just trending up. You do not want to fade it. Yes, the high of the day actually came into the red area where we shouldn't be trading, but it finally fell off, at lunch hour. I think you guys get the point. Anyways. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
anybody want to go into the drug business?
I'm interested.
About having kids hooked on good stuff.
It's about having kids do what?
Nothing. Legal drug business. Not illegal.
If you need support, man, I can hang out at the local high schools and sell them cigarettes.
It's something where you'd have to be. U.S. is technically OTC, depending on quantities, but you still need to go through clinical trials. I never. Oh fuck! I didn't even open up my charts until 10:20 a.m. Oh. Did anyone short the high of day?
I got stopped out on it.
Okay.
That was pretty close, which was pretty sad.
John, are you? Oh wait, shit! I thought John was here. Everyone's giving me shit yesterday? Is anyone here living in and around San Francisco? Or no? I'll take that as a no. Trying to figure out what to do with myself since one of my friends had to cancel in San Francisco. Trying to figure out what to do with myself for 3 days.
Oh, the chick you were supposed to go out there with?
I was meeting up with my friend that was coming from San Francisco.
Yeah.
Or sorry, my friend was flying up from San Diego. She's sick with COVID, so she's not going, but I fly out tomorrow morning. I'm going to spend all of Thursday with one of my close trading friends. Maybe a bit of Friday probably, but then I have all of Friday, all of Saturday. And technically I was supposed to have all of Sunday, but I changed my flight back to Saturday, late Saturday night. And I don't know what to do with myself. I'm going to, I have reservations at 6 different restaurants in that time frame, but.
Are you saying your friend from San Diego canceled?
Yeah, because she has COVID.
But wasn't that like the whole reason you were going?
To some extent, yes. But one of my very close trading friends lives in San Francisco. Okay. And we were going to just catch up most of Thursday. And now that my schedule's entirely available, we're probably going to spend most of Thursday, Friday together, and then maybe a bit of Saturday. We'll see.
Have you ever been out there before?
Not for 4 or 5 years.
I told you could take the boat to Sausalito. You can also go to Alcatraz if you haven't been.
I've been to Alcatraz a few times. My main issue is because I enjoy my own company too much. I'm happy to sit down and code and do nothing else. A vacation for me is being in a different environment, whether preferably a different cultural environment when I'm traveling internationally. If I don't have someone to say, hey, let's go here and do this, all I'll do is go to the gym, code, and trade.
So there's your plan. The code.
But it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, but you make it that way. I mean, you can choose not to.
Well, the thing is, I say it's depressing from the perspective of others, but that's what I genuinely enjoy doing. Therefore,
okay, so
if it was my prerogative, I would have said, oh, I'll go to Paris for a week and do that instead of go to San Francisco for a few days.
Yeah.
Because when it's all said and done, the price for both would have been identical. And I will take Paris for a week over San Francisco for a few days. But beggars can't be choosers.
You can still go to Paris.
I'm supposed to be meeting up with my friend in San Francisco. I'm not going to tell him, hey, Fly to Paris.
Change of plans.
I usually cycle about 600 to 700 kilometers a week, or 16 to 20 hours, give or take. They are actually located in SoCal, not San Francisco, not in the Bay Area. Unfortunately. Well, actually, one of them is, but he is out of town right now. He's either in Oman or Qatar at the moment.